Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. 1, 2, 3. So I've now done 2 girl talks, and in my last girl talk I answered a few boy dilemmas, and everybody, well I say everyone, a few people were like, can you do like just a dedicated boy talk? So that is what we're going to do today. I headed over to my Instagram, so if you're not, go and follow my Instagram because I'm always on there asking you guys for questions and dilemmas for these types of videos. But yeah, I went over to my Instagram and got you guys to send me your boy dilemmas this morning, and I was like, will I have enough to do it today? And as always, you guys pulled through and we've got loads, and I actually was prepared this time and I've gone through them and I've picked them and I've favorited my favorites. So I say my favorites, like the ones I think I can cover. I've got about 13-ish, I think. I think some of them I can answer really quick, some of them I might ramble a little bit, so hopefully this video won't be too long. As always, disclaimer, obviously, you know, I'm just a 19-year-old girl also finding her way through life. So these are just like a bit of advice what I would do. Obviously, I'm no professional. I'm also not a boy, so I don't really know the true answers. But yeah, I've picked ones that I think I can kind of give advice on or talk from my very little experience. Let's stop rambling and let's just get into it. This is the one I wanted to do first. So it says, my boyfriend is on about 1 million girls' private stories. Is that a red flag? Now, the reason I've picked this one is because I don't think it is. Purely because your boyfriend can't pick whose private stories he's on. He has been chosen by the girls, like they've gone through their list and they've put him on there. Obviously, through your mind is probably thinking, why have they picked him to be on it? But I'm hoping, if not, maybe that's where you need to have a conversation, that every girl private story he's on is just a friend. Like maybe he just has a lot of gal friends, or remember as well, like they have put him on there. So I don't know if you can be annoyed and call it a red flag because, like, as I said, he's not chosen to be on there. If he's your boyfriend, just go and talk to him. Just ask him, like, oh look, this has been playing on my mind. Are you friends with all of these girls? Or like, do you think they maybe fancy you? Or like, think they have a chance? He will probably be very clueless and be like, oh, didn't even think about that, they're just all my friends. He'll probably even say like, I can come off them if you want, because you can leave private stories now, can't you? Yeah, I don't think that you have anything to be worried about because, as I said, he is not chosen to be on them. How long do you think the talking stage should last before you start dating? I think this is very dependent. You know, I feel like sometimes you meet people and it's just like, oh my god, wow, and you get on really well, and you might only like be talking for like a few weeks, a month, 2 months. But then I feel like some people, maybe you're not sure, like, you know, and you want to talk to them for longer and you want to do more things with them before you like call them your boyfriend or your girlfriend or start dating, just because you're not sure. So I think it's like completely dependent. I think anything beyond, like, if I was talking to someone for more than like 3 months, I'd be like, but like 3 months and like seeing them consistently and stuff like that, like if you were chatting to someone for like 3 months just like over Snapchat or whatever, you haven't actually met them, that's a different story. But if I was like talking to someone for like more than like 3 months and like seeing them consistently and whatever, I think that's when I would be like come on. But then also I think you have to realise that, is that the right word? Like some people don't feel the need to go from talking to girlfriend. Like they might just be thinking like, oh, we're basically together now, I don't have to ask you to like be my girlfriend or to like be my boyfriend. So yeah, I'm not. I would like the clarity. I've covered this before, but I'm gonna do it again in the boy talk. So someone said, is friends with benefits a bad idea? Can it actually work without the fuss? I think so, but I think you need to, I always say this, have something about them that doesn't make them boyfriend material. So like a little annoying thing that you just think, no. Like you fancy them and you think they're attractive, but like there's just something about them, like maybe they're just like really immature, or like maybe they, I don't know, aren't the most like thoughtful, you know, they're fit. They're good at sex, clearly, if you're in friends with benefits. They'll have good chat, whatever, but like maybe they're just not very thoughtful and you don't like that. Like they don't like remember your birthday, like what you said, or like they're not a good listener, you know? I think it can work. I just think there needs to be like no potential of you actually liking them. You know, if you're having sex with someone, you're probably talking to them after sex, they might be like sleeping around, whatever. It's very easy to catch feelings. I think they need to have that one thing about them that's just like, I would never date you. And then of course, literally every other question. I'm chatting to this guy, he takes ages to reply. I don't know if he's not active or if he's avoiding me. Girls, it's just us. We just overthink. I mean, don't get me wrong, some boys will probably just air you and ignore you, you know, if they don't. Sorry, I'm touching my hair loads and I'm very, very aware of it because I always do it, so just give me a sec. Yeah, I think it's us. I think we just overthink, you know, we're on our phones a lot. We're always replying to people. We notice when people don't reply to us, you know, we see the little delivered 3 hours ago. But I honestly think that boys just don't think about it, or like aren't on their phone as much. Like if they're not answering you straight away, it doesn't mean anything, you know? Boys are different. Like there'll be some people that will make the time for you to reply, and there'll be some people that's like, look, I don't feel the need to talk to you every day, or like every second of every day, like we're okay. And they just don't understand that you might be like overthinking it and need reassurance. In their head they're just like, I think we're good. Like, I don't have to talk to you every day to know that kind of thing. So I wouldn't take it too deeply. He's probably just not active. He's probably just not on his phone. He's probably not thinking about it much. But then again, you know, if you're talking or whatever, just voice it, because I do think you need to find out. Like, as I said, some boys are the kind of people who are like, sorry, I just don't feel the need to talk to you every second of every day, or like even every day. Like, I fancy you, like whatever, I don't need to talk to you all the time. But I do think you need to like establish that for your own sanity. Do you know what I mean? Like, you need to be like, oh, I seen you like didn't reply to me yesterday, was everything all right? And he might be like, oh yeah, sorry, I just like wasn't on my phone. And then you'll know he's that type of person and you can stop stressing. So I thought this was interesting because I feel like a lot of people might be in this situation now. Like, it's summer, going back to uni, stuff like that. This says how to deal if you're speaking but it will end up being a long distance relationship. So as I said, I feel like if you're talking to someone from home now and you're going to go to uni or whatever, there might be a lot of people in a similar situation. So I thought I'd touch on it. I think if you're going to start talking to someone and distance is something that you kind of know might affect you, or just in general, I think everyone kind of knows that distance isn't always the best thing. I think just say it at the start. Like, I don't know if you're going to uni or whatever, why it's going to be long distance, but just be like, oh yeah, like by the way, like if it was me, I'd be like, oh by the way, like I actually do live in Leeds half the time. So just be like, oh, if this goes well, like is that something that like bothers you? Because why would you waste your time? Or if you're not that like you're gonna waste your time, but like, or if you've kind of agreed like, yeah, it probably won't work, but you fancy each other, whatever, you get on, like then you can have a nice summer. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And then if you kind of know that it's going to come to an end, you might not get too attached as well. Like, it won't hurt hopefully as much when it's over. But I think it's just something, yeah, you need to establish kind of from the beginning-ish. Obviously not like the first conversation you have, like, look, are you going to travel 5 hours for me? But yeah, I think establish it from the beginning and then you can't really go wrong. I personally think if it's the right person, distance can work. So if you like really like someone, or if you like love someone, why would you not want to be with them just because you can't see them all the time? Because of like, you really like them, you really fancy them, and you know, they're nice to you, whatever, you get on really well. Surely you wouldn't want to just like give that up just because you're going to be further away, you know, as I said. In my opinion. But yeah, I think you just need to establish it from the beginning and decide if that's something you want to do and he or she wants to do. I like this one. It said, if a guy says he wants to take things slow, does that mean he's still interested or not? I think so, because if he was going to say anything and he wasn't interested, surely he would sack it off, if you know what I mean. Like, why would he bother saying like, oh, I just want to take it slow, if he actually means he's not interested? Like, surely he would just say, maybe he's like keeping you on the bench, like maybe possibility. But I think, oh, I'm just too nice. I think that's probably genuine. I think it's quite nice that he maybe wants to like take it slow. Like, maybe he actually really likes you and like he does just want to take it slow, like doesn't want to like sleep with you at first or like do whatever, like he just wants to make sure it goes well. I don't think that's anything to worry about, but obviously I can't judge the character. Like, does he want to take it slow but like you're still seeing each other all the time, still talking? Or is he like, I want to take it slow, like I don't want to see you for like 2 weeks, because then obviously that's a bit different. But I think that's quite sweet and I think that's quite genuine. I don't see why someone would say I want to take things slow if they actually just mean they're not interested. Surely they'd sack you off. I do feel like we're whizzing through these. So someone said, feeling like you're never good enough for boys and always seeking reassurance. I feel like a lot of people can relate to the seeking reassurance. I feel like I'm a bit like that on a night out. I'm like, is anyone looking at me? That makes me sound really sad. It's so hard because all that you need to do from this is just grow and like a bit of self-love and realize that like you don't need a boy, or like a boy doesn't need to reassure you. You should be reassuring yourself, basically. You just need to strip back, forget about boys, and like a lot of self-love. You know, I feel like I was maybe like that after I like broke up with my ex and like went to uni a bit. Like, as I said, I was a bit like, is anyone interested? But I feel like now I'm not at all. Like, I could go out and I wouldn't really like care like who's looking at me, or if anyone was to say anything, or if boys looked interested or whatever. I'm very much like, whatever, just because I feel like should have spent longer, and still am trying. But yeah, that's just all about, oh sorry, I just got Snapchat. That's just all about like self-love. So, you know, take it back, reassure yourself, gal, you don't need no boy. And yeah, a lot of self-love, just praise yourself, and then you won't need any reassurance from stinky silly boys. Okay, this is another one. It's definitely an unpopular opinion. I always say this, I don't know why, I'm just not this girl. So it says, I've asked my boyfriend to stop liking revealing pictures of other girls, but he won't stop. I don't know what to do. So I get the revealing pictures part is like a different story, but I'm just not the gal who gets annoyed when boys like other girls' pictures and stuff, because half the time they won't even realise they've liked it. And like, I don't know, I just always think like you need to have a bit more like confidence and, what's the word, like not security, but like kind of like just trust that like you two are okay. And just because he likes another girl's like selfie or like outfit picture or even like bikini picture, whatever it is, doesn't mean like he fancies her. Otherwise, like, why would he bother being with you? If you've asked and he won't stop, different story. But I don't think you should be that worried because like he's your boyfriend. Revealing pictures and stuff, I get it, like bikini pictures, it can be a bit like, or especially if it's like a girl that you not like feel threatened by, but you know, we all have them girls and we're like, oh my god, she's so pretty. And like when you see your boyfriend like pictures as well, you're like, oh, so you think so too? You think she's pretty too? Like, okay. If you've asked him to stop and he's not okay, that is annoying. Like, then be like, if you know it's making me upset, even if you think it's a bit unreasonable, like you know it's making me upset, so like why do you carry on? That's a bit of a different story than like I would just talk to him again and be like, are you trying to upset me? Because like I've told you that that's upsetting me and you're still doing it, so like, are you trying to upset me? I'm just, can you tell I'm very like, just talk it out, just go and talk to them and be like, I've asked you to stop, like why are you still doing it? And then if he thinks it's ridiculous, like have another conversation about it. Like if he's like, oh my god, they're my friends, go away, then like have another conversation about it, and you might come out feeling like a bit reassured that like he does not even realise that he's like them, they're just his friends, whatever. Bikini pictures at summer, everyone's posting them. I feel like the two key things is like trust and like confidence in your own relationship, and then things like this like won't really get in the way. But if he's stopped and you've asked him not to, I would say just say it again. If it's not that, then be like, look, okay, don't stop them, but like just give me some reassurance, you know, just be like, that makes me feel weird, do you think anything of it? He's probably going to say no. And just have a bit of confidence, you know, like he's your boyfriend for a reason. If he liked them other girls, he would be with them other girls. Like he would just break up with you if he fancied all these other girls, you know what I mean? So again, I've touched on this on a girl talk, but I just wanted to do it again. I got a lot of these and I always just like to kind of like mention that I've got them and quickly touch on them, because I think a lot of people think about situations like this. So it just says, I'm going to uni in September and I haven't kissed a boy and I feel out of my depth. I say this in literally every video I talk about this stuff, but don't. Like, I want to read out every single question that says this, but we'd be here for literally about 5 minutes just reading out questions. There are so many people in your boat, and when you get to this age, like I feel like once you get from into like sixth form, college, like uni above, no one really cares anymore. I feel like people care about this stuff like, have you kissed someone, have you not, have you slept with someone, have you done this, when you're like 14, 15, maybe 16 at a push. But after that, like no one cares. If you're 17 and haven't slept with someone, 18 not slept with someone, 21 and not kissed someone, no one around you actually cares. So don't feel out of your depth. You'll go to uni and there'll be a lot of people like this, and as I said, I always just like to mention them just to show like, look, here is someone else saying the exact same thing. I thought this one was funny. It just says, how can you start a convo about something random and weird? Do you know what I do? I just text them and I say, I have a question. And then they're like, what? And I just ask my weird question or whatever it is, or bring up something. I'll be like, oh, I have a queue. Or like, oh, question time. And I'll just bring it up. I don't think, if you have a good conversation, like it should just flow and you should be able to talk about like whatever. But if not, I think that's a good way, because then they're always like, oh, question, what is it? Just works straight. Okay, I'm gonna end on this one because I thought this one was quite funny. How to know if you actually fancy the guy or just like the attention. If you say you haven't been here, you're a liar. Okay, I feel like every girl has had this, and they'll be like, do I fancy you or do I just really like all of this attention? But I think you'll know if, like, say he doesn't reply to you or something, if you find yourself like thinking about him rather than seeking attention just in general from like another boy or something, then I think you know. So like if he doesn't answer you and all you can think about is like, oh, him, rather than like, I'm just gonna go on Tinder and keep swiping, I feel like then you fancy him. I feel like you just know. I feel like you just know when you fancy someone. Like when they turn up, are you like, oh yeah? Or like you're only like, oh yeah, when they like compliment you and like hug you and kiss you or whatever. I feel like you know when you fancy someone, like you just look at them and you're like, yeah, fancy you. Right, I did have a few more, but I'm gonna leave it there because I think this is about 20 minutes now. I've been filming for 20 minutes anyway, and I feel like I've been constantly talking. So if you want me to do a part 2 of this, please let me know and I will do it. What do you prefer, girl talks or boy talks, or shall I do them both? Just a life talk. Yeah, let me know if you liked this separate boy talk video. As always, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, go and follow my Instagram to get involved on my part 2 if I do one. And I think that's everything I have to say. I hope you guys have the best day ever. Make sure you're all staying safe, please. And yeah, I love you. Bye, have a good day.